So if you want things to change for you, you really have to change, first of all, what's possible, and then have an expectation of that possibility becoming a probability. And from a probability, you'll experience it in life. And the time difference between what you believe to be true and experiencing that reality, the only lag in time is your belief. And a little word that I hate called doubt. So if you go home and said, you know, Barry made a lot of sense today, but I just don't believe it, that belief will win the day. So you've got to trump that belief. You've got horrible word. You've got to overcome that belief and get past the doubt. Do you know why? Because other people in the world have done it before you. People that are less intelligent, people that don't believe as much, are living the life you want to live. So if they've done it, use that as your new benchmark, as the new platform that you can then jump to yourself and go, you know what, Barry, if they've done it, then why can't I do it? That's your new belief, not your friends and family that say, oh, Barry, you know, you've tried it before, and who are you to go for more? Who are you to think that you're worth $1 million a year? That's what people say. And I think, well, hang on, if I got 1,000 people to pay me $1,000 a year, that's $1 million. Bite-sized pieces. That's what you want to think about. The brain can digest that, right? So you've got to be able to go and think, you know what, that's possible. Other people are doing it, so why can't I do it? And that's the mindset that we've got to get into. So the law of attraction, ladies and gentlemen, is all about pre-manifestational alignment. I want you to tell me what it feels like in that car you want to purchase or that relationship you want to be in. I need you to tell me what it feels like. Not what you think that you see. I want you to tell me, if you want to buy a brand new car, I want you to tell me what the leather smells like now. I want you to tell me what color it is. I want you to tell me the size of the wheels. I want you to tell me which dealership you're going to pick it up from. I want you to tell me everything about this car. Because until you feel the essence of that thing that you want to materialize, you will not get it. You have to feel the essence of it. Now, I should clarify, there are two types of work in this world. There's action effort and there's vibrational effort. Action effort is from the last 50 years from our beautiful grandparents and our parents that worked very, very hard in their lives. And they say the only way to get things in the world is to work hard. Well, I don't think that's necessarily the case, because you've got to make sure that this is aligned with what you want. Then the work doesn't necessarily become hard. Then the situations that you want come to you. And then you think, oh, that's a bit strange. How on earth did that happen? Oh, that person's in my life. Oh, that phone call was a bit weird. I really wanted that to happen. And out of the blue, you will receive things that you have no idea how it happened. And here's the thing. It is not our business to understand how things manifest. If you want a relationship to happen, this is the best way to word it. I'm looking forward to the love of my life entering my life. I'm looking forward to that day. I can't tell you when it is, but I'm looking forward to it. Rather than saying, my right partner is not out there. I've looked. I've been on eHarmony. I've been on, I don't know what the other websites are. What are the other websites for dating? Oh, that's the raunchy one. Tinder. So to turn around and to say, I know that he's out there. I know she's out there looking for me. And guess what? They are. And you got to believe that they are. And then get it out of your mind. Don't go, yeah, but they're out there. But you know what? I haven't experienced it so far, so it's not really true. You got to work out of your imagination, not so much out of your memory. That's how the law of attraction works, all right? So feeling the alignment of that which you want to manifest as a core subconscious belief before the proof will come. It's the other way around. Most people say, well, Barry, I'll believe it when I see it. I'll believe it when I see it. The reverse is true. When you believe it, then you'll see it. It's the other way around. We've got it backwards. All right? New batteries for later. Now, before I get to the online courses, because I know I haven't got a lot of time, I'd like to tell you a quick story, if I can. And this is a story that reaffirmed the law of attraction to me. My wife and I, Lana, are at the back of the room. Hi, Lana. She flew up from Sydney just for today. We took our car for a service. was about 6 months ago now. And the man at the Jeep dealership said, Barry, this is a major service. It's $800. And I'm like, you know what? We want our car to run. It's under warranty. We've got the money to pay it. Would you like a lift in town while your car is serviced? I said, absolutely. So I got a lift into Parramatta, which is a central western suburb of Sydney. And as I walk into the shopping centre, I see a guy, a homeless man, with no teeth and a dog. And I've seen him for years. And I just walked past him. And something in me had changed. And I can't tell you what it was, but something in me had changed. So I had $35 in my pocket. And I had a 20, a 10, and a 5. So I thought, whatever I pull out, I'm going to give him. What do you think I pulled out? 20. Got down on my knees, said, listen, I just want to give you this. I don't care what you do with it, because I've done my part. I've given. All of a sudden, a gust of wind comes in my pocket. The 10 and the 5 fly out, go up in the air, land at his feet. I'm like, awkward. I wasn't going to give you 35. I gave him the $35. What did it mean to me? Not a lot. What did it mean to him? Probably a bed or a meal, right? Had a chat to him, patted his dog. His dog also had no teeth, which was kind of weird. Anyway, had my coffee, thought nothing of it. Got a call from the Jeep dealership. How much was the service, guys? Remember how much I told you? How much was it? $800. Barry, your car's ready to be picked up. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Bus driver comes, told him about the homeless man, got really embarrassed that I had to give him $35, but I felt that it was the right thing to do, so I did it. I didn't say, no, that's my $15. I said, that's yours. All right? Same guy at the dealership that looked me in the eye and told me the price says this to me. Barry, your car's all finished. We had to change the oil filter, the fuel filter, and your wiper blade fluid. It's $398. And I said, no. I said, you must have made a mistake because you told me this morning it was $800. He goes, I remember that conversation, but the computer screen's only charging you $398, so that's all I'm going to charge you. And that's when I knew that the homeless man and the Jeep dealership were connected. Those two areas were connected, and I couldn't see it. And you know what made that discount happen at the Jeep dealership? The fact that I was selfless and wanted to get nothing in return for my $35. I just wanted to give. So when you leave here today, be of that mindset. Give to others. Be of service to other people. Because when you're of service to other people, do you know what the universe says? How may I serve you? Thank you very much. How may I serve you? Buy the coffee from the guy behind you in the line. You know, get to the stage where you pay the petrol for the person that's behind you in the line. Get to the stage where you keep giving, and not because you want anything back, because it's the nice thing to do. And the feeling that you get, guys, by paying a $60 petrol tab is much more than $60, because you can go and buy a $60 pair of shoes or a $60 shirt and you'll go, oh, it's a nice shirt, $60, whatever. But the feeling you'll get for doing something special for someone is much more than that. And that's when the universe says, how may I be of service to you? Now, for those that are, I know I'm jumping here because I could tell you another 100 stories. I wish we could close off the world and really go on a journey together. And I hope you come to my next seminar when I'm in Brisbane on the 27th of April. But there's so much to talk about regarding the law of attraction. But for those of us in the audience that feel that they need a push, or they feel that they need a blueprint on themselves, what I have done, and it took me a year to do it, is I've made my 11 Master Secrets book into 13 online courses. And it's amazing because it took a long time to do it. And I want to run through the areas that I teach personally through these courses, and how, if you feel aligned only, how you could benefit. So my first master secret is uncovering your mission to do what you love, understanding the organic nature for what you want to do, how to leave security. Security is not real, it is a myth. Has anyone lost their job? Show of hands. Anyone lost their job? 2, 3, 4. Security real? Do you know how I know security is not real? We die. Well, we leave this existence and we go somewhere else. Security is not real. You're leaving your front door every day. That's life and death. Just so you know. That's life and death. You're leaving your front door every day. But because we've done it so often, we've become okay with the risk. Understand that your world needs what you can provide. Understand regret for not pursuing your passion. Being intuitively in tune with your mission. Who believes they're doing what they love? Wow. 2. Fantastic. 2. Show of hands. Who's doing what they love? 3, 4, 5, 6. Out of a room of what? 80? 8%? 7%? Guys, think about that. How many millions of people in the world? The reason I do what I do is because I want people to get to the end of their life, whenever that is, and say, I've exhausted this vessel and I've portrayed my specialness to the world. That's why I'm here in this time-space reality. And it took me till I was 40 to realize that. Because now I'm finally listening to myself. And I hope that you allow me into your life and help you to listen to you. So the first master secret is uncovering what you love. Second one, and we're jumping. Sorry, guys. Second one is... So there is no second one, guys. There's only one. So enjoy the rest of your lives. I'm going to do something cheeky here, so please bear with me. All right. If I'm going to do that every time, I'm going to go insane. Secret 2 is understanding where your motive is. Ladies and gentlemen, your motive, the reason you do what you do, that's your why. So if you turn around and say, well, Barry, my why is money, I actually feel sorry for you, because there are so many rich people that go, is that it? I've earned whatever I need to earn. Is that it? So you've got to get to a point in your lives where you go, there's got to be more than just the money. All right? Who knows any rich, unhappy people? There's a few in the room. I'll say yes as well. I've got a very close friend of mine who's worth about $30 million. His boys hate him because he worked 7 days for 30 years. And his boys never had a relationship. What's more important in your life? The relationship with your 2 boys or the money? So anyway, everyone's different. Everyone has their own journey. So 3, how to overcome fear. Who's got fear in their lives? I would say yes, I'm in that barrel. I've got fear as well. Few acronyms for fear. But what we'll talk about in our strategy, we've jumped to Murphy's Law. What we'll jump to in our strategy is understanding the 5 different types of fear, how to take the leap of faith despite the fear of failing, how to look at mistakes. Guys, mistakes are not real. They are not real. They're all lessons in disguise. I know we hear that, oh, Barry, lessons, yes, I hear it, but I've made a mistake. I've made a mistake. But no, if they get you to a wiser place, how is it a mistake? If they get your soul to grow, how is it a mistake? See, I believe that life will give us all the exact scenario that we need for growth. And that growth doesn't always feel like Skittles and rainbows. I'm sorry. Sometimes it's challenging. So we've got to really understand that mistakes aren't real. How to understand gratitude and its role against fear. Just quickly, you can't feel fear and gratitude simultaneously. Try it. They're at different ends of the scale. You can't be scared of something and be thankful for your life. Because when you're thankful for your life, fear goes out the window. Who knows Dr. Wayne Dyer, passed away a few years ago? He had a lovely saying in one of his books, which is fulfilled, saying that fear knocked on the door, love answered, and found no one there. Isn't it beautiful? You can't feel fear and you can't feel gratitude and love and then feel fear at the same time. All right? Comprehending time and time well spent. Now, like I said, ladies and gentlemen, this is a full-day seminar that I'm cramming into 45 minutes, just out of respect for the next people. Where is Lana? Lana, how long do we have? I've rushed it. You don't have a slow down signal. We've got to work on that. Slow down, Baz. You're going too fast. Strategies for Murphy's Law. If I get through this real quick, I've got another story for you guys. Strategies for Murphy's Law. What you'll learn. How to recognize Murphy's Law. How to immediately bring certain thinking into effect. Becoming one with understanding your true purpose. How to become habitual in the understanding of mistakes. How to make absolutely certain Murphy doesn't stay for dinner. Murphy visits some people, and he's there for years. Actually, he's waiting for most of us in the car park when someone cuts us off. Damn it, just my luck. I'm waiting here again. Think about what we're thinking about. All right? And what are we doing? So each of these individual bundles, guys, is only $297, but if you buy the whole package, I've got something special for you today. Understanding the conditions for beginning anything you want. When is the best time to begin anything? How to get a better understanding of how ideas come to you. Understanding the relationship between you and your family. Who's got a really cushy relationship between them and their family? No one puts their hand up. 1, 2, really good relationship. 3, 4, I envy you. 4, 5, it's about 6, 7. Who's got a bit of a turbulent relationship with their family? About the same, all right? And half the people half people don't have families, maybe. They're just here on their own, floating through life. All right, so that for me is huge. And since we've got a little bit of time, I'll tell you, we talk about in our seminars and in my courses about a concept called inherited thinking. Inherited thinking is how our great-grandparents, grandparents, and parents thought, and how they passed down values and morals generation to generation. And because we love our mum and dad so much, we take on board everything because we love them. So we take on board all the good stuff from mum and dad. But we unconsciously, we also take on their fears. So we've got to become really, really great at making the distinction between, hey, mum, hey, dad, I love you guys. Thank you so much for bringing me up right. But hey, I know you started a business and it didn't work, but it might not be the same for me. Maybe there's something that I've got to offer the planet right now that wasn't available when you were younger. And you know what? I'd really love your support with that. Is that okay? And what's mum and dad going to say? You're going to say, you know what? I was a bloody idiot. You go for it. That's what mum and dad usually say. Now, in saying mum and dad pass down fears, it's for protection. And I understand that. But protection goes too far, because it stops us from living. Protection actually turns into fear. All right, and then we don't do the things. Pavarotti's father wanted him to be a soccer player. Google it. He wanted him, not Pavarotti, Pavarotti. He wasn't always Pavarotti, right? He says, son, at least you make it, there's 1 in 12. If you're going to be a singer, there's millions of people with good voices. How are you going to be a singer in this world? But Dad, I love the records. I love the tenors that you play, and I've got an okay voice. Son, no one makes it. Now, if Pavarotti didn't listen to his inner calling, you know who loses? Not just Pavarotti. The world would have lost his voice and the goosebumps that we would have heard when we heard him sing. And the quantum shift moments that come into clarity in our own lives when we see someone else living their passion and living their truth makes us want to live our own. So Pavarotti, he thinks he was a singer, but he paved the way for all of us to step out of fear in our comfort zones and make sure that if we have something special, who's got a gift? Show of hands, who's got a gift but they're not exposing to the world? Is that a butterfly? This is a Wayne Dyer moment. That's beautiful. It's never landed on me. And this is not an electronic butterfly. This is a real one. If you want a sign, it's not anywhere else, it's here. There it is. It's not a moth, is it? I hope it's not a moth. I'm pretty sure it's a butterfly. It's orange. It's a butterfly. Right. Oh, train of thought's gone. What was I saying? Personal gifts, thank you. Who's got a gift that they're not exposing to the world? And I want you to be completely vulnerable and honest. 1, 2, you're saying no, but your vibration is saying yes. 3, 4. Anyone have a gift? Sort of. 5. Who knows that they are something, but they don't know how to start? 2, 3. I reckon there's about 10 of us, 15 of us. Who doesn't know what they want to do? For those of you that don't know, you've got to do my course. For those of you that know, wait outside, I'm going to kick you up the butt. All of you. Because if you know what you're meant to be doing and you're not doing it, that's worse than not knowing. Because you know, you have that intuitional feeling of being of service, but you're playing it small for whatever reason, and it could be fear-based reasons. So you've got to ask yourself why you're doing that. Is it fear? Is it family and friends that say, you're not all that, who do you think you are playing at that sort of level? Just stay low. I know he beats you, but he's a good provider. Don't leave him. That sort of thinking. So I know I'm getting a bit passionate here, but it's your duty. It's a little kick up the bum, because it's our duty to make sure that when we leave this seminar room today, that we are excited and inspired and enthusiastic about pushing what we're all about. And I'm letting you know something very, very interesting, guys. I wrote that book between the hours of 5 a.m. and 6 a.m. for 12 months. My whole street was dark. Our house was dark. There's a little light on in our office where I was writing. So I don't want to hear I don't have the time. You have the time. You just don't want to do it, or you can't be bothered. And I'm letting you know this is the mental kick up the butt for you guys to try. All right? Not to try, to do it. So understanding the conditions for beginning, there is no such thing as perfect conditions. It's like saying there's a perfect time for love. All right? Love can come at any time. All right? So there's no such thing. Get that out of your head, that there's perfect conditions for beginning. And now I've lost my mouse as well. That butterfly can come back down here and do its magic. All right. How to use your imagination. We've had a little chat about imagination. I'll skip past that one, but imagination is the core engine behind the law of attraction. You've got to tell me in your imaginative state, when you meditate, what that future feels like. And guys, the more you imagine it and it feels real in your soul, the sooner it's going to happen. The sooner the right people, the right circumstances, the phone call will come unexpectedly. It is none of our business how it's going to happen. And here's the problem. We go through life working out the how all the time. How am I going to get to this place on time? How is my little daughter going to grow up loving herself, right? How am I going to cook dinner? How am I going to clean the house this weekend? I've got MBS. Oh my God. The house is in a mess. How am I going to do it? How? The law of attraction is all about putting your positive intent out there and not blocking it with any doubt or figuring out how it's going to happen. How it's going to happen is none of our business. The only fact is that it does happen. All right? And then you'll be bamboozled one day and you'll go, I put that good intent there. I didn't sabotage it. So just quick. If you don't want to be broke and you say, I don't want to be broke, what's the vibration of what I'm saying? Think about it. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be broke. I hate what's in my bank account. I don't want to even look what's in my bank account. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be broke. What's the vibration? Broke. I don't want cancer. I don't want cancer. I don't want cancer. My friend's got cancer. I hate that she's going through this. And I don't want... What is the vibration? Cancer. Right? So you've got to be very specific. The universe does not hear no. It does not hear I don't want. It takes the essence of the vibration with what you're saying, and it'll give it back to you. So if you say, how do you reword broke? Anyone have any ideas? How can you reword being broke? Prosper. What about, I'm looking forward to the day I'm financially free? Where is the block? There is none. I'm looking forward to that day. Barry, I can't tell you when it is, but I can tell you I'm on my way. No blockage. Not, I don't want to be broke, because whatever you concentrate on is the vibration. Now, just quick. You can say one thing and mean another. Who's ever done that? How are you today? I'm fine. Yeah, bullshit. I can see through your fine and you're not fine. The universe responds to the feeling, not to what you say. So if you contradict what you say with how you feel will win. All the time, every time. Because how you feel is your dominant feeling. So the universe is going, you're not fine, because I can feel that you're not fine. But you're saying that you're fine. Okay, let's go on that little journey together. It's not really real, but I'm going to give you what you want, which is not fine. So the law of attraction manifests when our thoughts and our words are the same. I'm looking forward to the day I'll be financially free. I'm looking forward to a long life with my partner, and I'm really looking forward to traveling the world with him and helping people in poorer countries that are sick. I'm really looking forward to that day. And that'll happen when we're financially free. I'm looking forward to that day as well. No block, no stop. Now, if you say, well, Barry, you're not living in reality, absolutely not. Because most people's reality doesn't go that way. Most people say, well, I really want this to happen, but, you know, Barry, it's never happened to me before, so I don't know how it's going to happen now. With that attitude, you are correct, because it's not going to happen for you. So what I need us to do today is exit herd type thinking and enter your own soul and what you want. And we all know what we step in when we follow the herd. Right? All right. I'm sorry if I'm getting a little bit full on. Those of you who know me, you can imagine all of our friends, Lana and all of our friends leave the room when I start speaking. All of them, they go, oh, Barry's just talking to himself now. Because I want what's best for them, and they are not taking, in my opinion, they are not taking the risks that they can be taking to live their passion. Now I'm going to leave it in this mode, and I'm going to read it for us all. Recognizing negative influences. Who believes they have negative influences in their life? Show of hands. Is sometimes the family negative influences for you? Yes, I'm seeing heads everywhere. Nod. Family can be negative. Family. Don't get me started. That's another seminar. So recognizing negative influences, how to recognize negativity in family and friends. And I want you to become a radar for it. A sensitive, tuned radar for negativity. All right? You know when you go and pick your fruit at a fruit shop? Or next time you're in Woolies or Coles and you're picking your apple, do you just put any apple in? Or are you specific? Do you look at the apple or the tomato and go, yeah, that looks all right. Yep, I'll have that apple. I'll have that tomato. Most of us just go and put 6 apples in a bag. I want you to become specific. You don't want the negative apples. You don't want the ones that are bruised, right? So you're specific. So next time you go and pick fruit, you're going to remember this talk. And you're going to go, well, Barry said that's a good apple. It's going in the bag. Taking it home. When you have it, and your husband or your wife or your children have that apple, you're going to be going, that's a good apple. And they're going to go, you're going a bit cuckoo. You're going to say, absolutely, cuckoo for my life. Understanding the correlation between dream chasing and sustained imagination. Sorry, this is a bit small, but I have to keep it in this format. How to recognize subtle negative influences disguised as practicality. Who's ever done that? They say, well, you're not being practical. Who wants to be damn practical? I want you to chase your dreams. Every single person that you've heard about, read about, that it's inspired you, have not been practical. They've actually been impractical because they believe that they can attain something that's important to them, and you've rewarded them for it by buying their CD or downloading their songs or watching their movies or watching their presentations on television or wherever else. So be very, very important. And how to believe and back yourself for achieving your goals. We'll go next. Lana, how long have we got, babe? 10 minutes. All right, we'll wrap it up quick. Doing well for time. So the next one is trusting yourself in the process. Who trusts themselves? Show of hands. Then bloody-tastic. That's a huge word. Trust yourself. Trust yourself. How many again? Sorry, show of hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Lana, 12. I know you do. 13. Who doesn't trust themselves? So we're in the middle. Doesn't trust yourself. And when I say trust yourself, replace the word trust with back yourself. So whether you decide to go for something and you think, I don't know if I'm the right person for that. Who's ever thought that? If you've had the thought to become the next whatever, whoever, then it's meant for you. How about that? It's meant for you, and you thought about it at the right time and the right space. So unless you take the next right move, you want to be a singer, I'm not saying you sit there and go, oh my God, how are we going to do this? It's such a big road. What I want you to do is look at the next right move. That's all I want you to do. I don't want you to ask, well, Barry, it's too big. I've got to go to music school. I've got to go to drama school. I can't afford it. I've got a job. I've got a mortgage. Oh, you're crazy? How can I even be that? I'll just stay working packing shelves for Woolworths, even though I've got this angelic voice that the world needs to hear. But you know what? I don't know where to start. Look at the next right move. You might see something on Facebook that enables a class or a course somewhere, and that's the next right move. And you'll think, someone will come to you and say, hey, so-and-so is doing this music course. Oh, that's interesting. Tell us more. Oh, you know, they know someone that knows someone, and they've got an into this college. Oh, do you reckon I can get their number? Because I really want to do that. Yeah, absolutely. Here's the number. Follow and back yourself and trust yourself that the scenarios will come to you. But you've got to believe it first. You've got to believe that it's possible. Once you believe that it's possible, guys, there is nothing you can't create. We come from the Creator. And we are mini creators. And we've been given a little bit of time on this earth. And I've always said it, and I've read it in so many books. If life is a gift, and everyone says, well, Barry, life is a gift. The way we live our lives is our gift back. Does that make sense? Was that a goosebump moment for anyone? That's the gift we give back. Christmas comes along, someone gives you a gift. You say, hey, I've got something special for you as well. Oh, you're so thoughtful. Thank you so much. The gift back. How does that make you feel when you give something? A lot better than receiving. So when you've got a purpose, when you've got a vision that you really need to get out there, make sure that the gift you're giving back is a gift worthy of who you are and what you're all about. And life will find a way. The universe wants to play with people that wants to play with it. All right, so just be very, very mindful of that. It wants to help you, but you've got to meet it halfway. All right, you can't sit there and watch the news every night and want to be Pavarotti. You've got to turn the news off. Who watches the news? Oh, awesome. No one. Fantastic. Who's our Prime Minister now? I forgot. Probably change in a couple of months the way everyone's talking. But it's very, very important that you put nutritional stuff in so you can get nutritional stuff out. That means podcasts. That means YouTubing inspirational people. That means, sorry guys, I know you might be hooked onto a television program. There's a few addictive television programs out right now. I won't mention the one that everyone's talking about. But it's important because as your friends are doing that, you're looking at doing something else to elevate your mind and elevate your consciousness and to become whoever you want to become. And then in 10 years' time or in 5 years' time or in 3 years' time, your friends will go, how on earth did you get that gig? Well, I'll tell you, at 7 o'clock on Sunday night, while you were busy watching that trash on television, I was educating my mind and my soul and my beliefs. Oh, really? How long did you do that for? Hundreds of days. So think about all the wasted time people watching television. Make sure that every bit of time you've got is an investment in you and to become the most valuable person, not just to the world, but to yourselves. All right? So we'll keep going. Master Secret 9, how to break the rules. How to break the rules that keeps Monday morning traffic congested. keep out of Monday morning traffic, how to apply the 1 hour principle, understanding job security is not real, uncovering the strategy for trusted relationships. Go there, manifesting strategies for your okay. All right, I'll be quick. Where's the butterfly? Wait, I'll be quick. Master Secret 10, your thoughts become reality. Do I need to go on? How to scrutinize what occupies your thoughts. Strategies on how to cultivate your current life predicament. Specific action steps to retrain what you allow in. How to become in tune with the reality you want to live. And understanding my favorite subject, the law of attraction. And the last one, Master Secret 11. Inspiration is very important. Where does your inspiration lie? Identify it. Inspiration has to be like food. You have to know where it is. So you've got a pantry at home where you got your food in, you go to the pantry, right? You have to know where your inspiration lies. It has to be like a pantry. It could be songs, it could be movies, it could be people, it could be a rainforest, it could be a beach, it could be anywhere. But when you're in that place, it could be your lounge room. When you're in that place, you feel tingly. And when you're feeling goosebumpy, tingly, that's inspiration. And that's when you think about the future that you want. That's the energy. That tingle moment. That's the currency of your dreams. Does that make sense to everyone? When you feel inspired, that's when you start thinking about the future that you want for yourself. Oh, really inspirational song. Great song. Quick question. Everyone's heard of Peter Pan. Peter Pan, right? What makes Peter Pan fly? Sorry? Not magic, something else? What makes Peter Pan fly? Come on, guys. Very good. It's not usually found that quick. What makes Peter Pan fly is happy thoughts. Everyone says magic. And yeah, it's true. There's a bit of magic because Tinkerbell got sparkly stuff everywhere, right? Happy thoughts. Why do you think that is? Why do we teach our children that happy thoughts make them fly? And somehow along the way, we lose that because life does this with us a bit. You can't fly, got no wings. The fact that we're at Mind, Body, Spirit means you know that you've got wings. So I'm letting you know, happy thoughts make you fly. Keep in that happy thought moment. And that's when you start thinking about inspiration, and that's when you start thinking about what you love and what you want to manifest. Now, just lastly, Lana, you're probably going to get me in trouble here. And guys, I wish I could talk for another half an hour, but unfortunately, we've got to wrap it up. But for the people that really want a blueprint, I've got an online course that I'm offering an unbelievable price on today. So what you get if you decide to jump on my online course is the 11 Master Secrets bundle. Now, that's valued at just under $2,000. Right? 1997, you end up getting a 75-page blueprint on yourself. And I go through it with you, and you get a certificate at the end when you've identified who the strengths are in your life, where the inspiration lies, how to tackle Murphy's Law. The ability to also purchase my premium packet as a part payment per month. The ability to join my Facebook and Instagram pages. The first 5 people that come on board today, I'm slashing the $2,000 by half, which means that your cost is $997. So that's an insane price, and I'm only doing it for the first 5 people because I can't afford to give it away for that price. So for those of us that are excited, that have felt something in me resonate in yourself, you need to do this course. You've been searching for what you want to do. This is the course to do it. So if there's something you think, oh, Barry, how do I do it? You know, $1,000 is a big investment. $1,000 isn't even a trip to Fiji. Can I tell you that? And you'll have memories when you come back, but you won't have this. So if there's something that resonates in you, come and have a chat with me. How are we going for time? And my book, Lana was saying, I always undersell my book. And where the online courses came from, the book is $25. Please see Lana, just at number 4 outside. The book is all about how I came to my journey. And if you've got 1 minute, can I tell another quick story? Very, very quick. Oh, yes. See how hopeless I am at admin? Guys, this is my database. If you want inspirational messages, and if you resonate with who I am and what I'm all about, your first name and your email address, that's all I'm going to ask for. With no pen, so people can kind of subliminally pass it around. Now, 4 minutes.
Welcome to close it and just have a chat next
All right, very, very quick. My first speaking engagement was 3 years ago. And the time the festival, it wasn't this festival, it was another festival, told me that I had 160 people in the room booked for my seminar. How many people do you think were in the room? Can I have a show of hands? How many people do you think were in the room? 10? 100? I'd love to hear it, guys. How many do you think? 50? 200? How many? 200. Do you know how many were in the room? It was a Chinese guy. And he was eating yogurt. And I remember the flavor. Strawberry mango. And I looked at him and I don't care how this sounds, I literally got emotional. Because I'm like, you're telling me to live my destiny. You're telling me to inspire. And no offense, you're a great guy, but you're on your own. He gives me a smile as if to say, don't worry, I won't leave. I'm thinking, oh, it's very nice of you, isn't it? So he's in there looking at me. I'm thinking, you're not even here for me, are you? You're here because of the bloody seat and you just want somewhere to have your yogurt. So he's going like this. So anyway, I thought, right, what do I do here? Do I walk and send them a really scathing email, or do I begin? So I thought, you know what? If I can convince Yogurt Man to buy the yogurt company, if that's what he wants, it's about one soul at a time. So I start speaking about the 11 master secrets. How many were in the room an hour later? 120. Think about what I'm saying to you. Read between the lines. The beginning's not always going to look like the end. But it will look like the end if you give up midway. I could have walked out, I could have stormed out, I could have told everyone in 10 years' time how I tried to be an inspirational speaker, but one guy showed up and he wasn't even there for me. Think about it. Look at us here today. I'm the proof. Look at me as the benchmark. I'm the proof. There's 70, 80, 90 of us in the room. I'm the proof that whatever you want can happen. But you've got to be able to believe in yourself. And you've got to be able to look at it and think, you know what? This hasn't worked out the way I wanted it to. That's okay. That hasn't worked out the way I wanted it to. That's okay. I still believe in what I want to do. And I'm not hurting anyone by doing it. And if I was true to myself, that's who I want to be. And if I don't listen to that truth, what do you reckon? Regret? Absolutely. So it's very important that we look at who we want to be as people. And just think about Yogurt Man. Now, Yogurt Man's in the first chapter of my book. It's a very embarrassing story because I full on started crying on stage because that was not the deal after they talked up 160 people. Because I went with an expectation and one guy was in the audience. Just so happened that the other 120 odd walked in as I was getting really passionate about what I believe in. And then other people resonated as well. All right? So I just want to thank you all for listening. And I hope there's some of us today that take advantage of this ridiculous offer of mine. My email address is accessible to everyone. You're not going to talk to an assistant. You're going to be speaking to me. All right? So if there's anything you need to do or need to know or have some inspiration, do my course. Because at the end of it, guys, you're going to have a blueprint, a referral program on who you are and who you want to be. All right? Thank you so much for listening.